Hey, how's it going everyone? This is the Anime Man. So recently Japan started to air this new TV drama series following the cult classic manga series and anime series, Death Note. Now I was surprised when I first heard about this because I honestly thought that the Death Note craze was kind of done. Like, they had the manga and anime series, but they also had several movies that went alongside it, and that really helped spread the word of anime across the Western countries. I'm sure most of you guys have at least seen or at least heard of this series. So naturally, when I heard about the new TV series from a friend of mine, I had to go check this out because I'm like, alright, let's see how they did this. And can I just say, fuck, it's bad. Like, just because I love this series, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything in this video. This TV series sucks balls, and let me tell you why. The biggest problem that I saw with the Death Note TV series is that they changed the character settings. If you guys know from the original manga and anime series, Yagami Light, the main character, is known to be a super intelligent high school student. Like, he is just beyond the league of all the other students in the school, and so he's got this kind of interesting genius mind that also is, you know, on the brink of insanity almost, that makes his development interesting when he does find the Death Note. But no, in the TV series, he's just an average dude. He is the most average high school student I have ever seen. He kind of reminded me of Shinji from Parasite. That's how average he was. Now, according to the producer of the TV series in an interview right after the first episode of the TV drama came out, he told the interviewee that he wanted to show the kind of development of an average kid who finds a Death Note, and to also show the differences between this genius L, who thank God remains as a genius in the TV series, and an average Light. So in other words, he wanted to show the character development of Yagami Light going from an average kid to an absolute psychopath with the Death Note, as well as how an average-minded Light fights a genius-minded L. Bitch! That's not Death Note anymore. I don't think you understand that you are completely changing the story. This isn't Death Note anymore. You're just borrowing the title of Death Note and most of the main characters, but this is not Death Note. Now, a lot of people say that this is actually a good move by the producer because a lot of people were saying how maybe some people would get bored of seeing the same story over and over again of, you know, a genius Light versus a genius L and how they tackle each other, kind of genius versus genius. But the problem is that's what a lot of people, including myself, found interesting about the story. We liked the story of Death Note because we got to see this genius mind versus genius mind and to see which genius would actually come up at the top. And changing it from genius versus genius to average versus genius is completely changing the story. You can't. Obviously the genius is gonna win. The reason why the character development of Yagami Light in the original manga and anime series was interesting to begin with because he had this already genius mind, and he used that genius mind, twisted it in an insane way to kind of kill all the people in the world, and thus his way of trying to break through not only L's eyes, but also the rest of the world's eyes through his mind alone, was what made Death Note interesting. If you changed Light to just an average, standard, run-of-the-mill kid, then we're looking at a completely different development. We're not looking at Death Note character development, we're just looking at a sappy Japanese TV drama, including a strange devil and a genius detective development. And even if you do look at this Death Note drama with the eyes that it is not Death Note, like it's just a completely new story to begin with, it still doesn't help that, you know, the awkward pacing in the series and just the weird line and dialogues in the series and just the incredibly just short-cutted developments throughout to kind of just cut the time of the story, it doesn't make for just a good drama in general. The only positive thing I can say about this TV drama, if I were to say anything positive about it, is that the casting for all the characters was really good. Like, although Light is a completely different character, he kind of does show signs of the original Light, and he does show some characteristics of the original Light. The casting for L and Duke were also just really, really good. Nia is played as a girl, but we'll let that slide. Overall, Death Note TV drama is pretty shit. Like, I was pretty disappointed when I've watched the first episode. Yeah, I'm gonna continue to watch it though, just to see how it develops, but it's not looking very good for Death Note. It looks like another big cross in the Death Note franchise. If you guys haven't seen Death Note, then I just recommend you to go read the manga or watch the anime, because the TV drama is a big no-no so far. The one thing I'm going to be super interested about when I do continue to watch this TV drama is how the hell they're going to portray an average kid wanting to kill everything in the world by the end of the TV drama. Like, how, like, going from one side of the spectrum to the other side of the spectrum with just a Death Note, I'm interested to see how they're going to pull that off, because right now, I can't see them doing it. What do you guys think about this? Do you think it was correct for the producer to change the characters around and give a completely fresh story or a fresh take on the Death Note franchise? Or do you think it was a better idea for them to actually just stick to the original source material and give us something that we know of but is a lot safer and a lot more interesting? Also, have you seen Death Note? Did you enjoy Death Note? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? I'd like you to let me know in the comments below. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. As always, like, favorite, enjoy, subscribe for anime manner. See you guys next video, whatever I make. Keep watching anime. Ciao!